gotten to see a softer side of Blaine this year. Given his relationship with his father and that whole upbringing, do you think he sees himself as a villain or a victim?
I think he sees himself as a victim. I think he's pretty self-aware. I don't think he has any problem with being a villain. I think this has been kind of a season of reflection for him, and it's been fun to portray all these different hues of him to, go away from that smarmy charm that, you've seen up until, in that first season, just a lot of mustache twirling, that prototypical villain stuff. But, yeah, he had a rough go of it. I mean, he was a rich kid, but he was a tortured rich kid. So, yeah, it's a good question. I think he sees himself as a little above.
When we last saw Blaine, he decided to take the antidote or the cure. Can you kind of tease a little bit about, what's coming with that?
Yeah, I can. I mean, I can't tell you what the side effects are going to be, but there's going to be some big time side effects coming in the next 5 episodes. That affect who he is, his entire being. And I can't. Maybe death's involved, but I can't tell you that.
I love that Blaine is so ambitious, and we've seen him run businesses and try to take on boss. But is that coming from trying to make his dad proud? And if so, with his dad, that's kind of been resolved. What is he driven by now?
I don't know. And maybe even though he didn't, doesn't care for his father, it's still his father, and you try to, it's in the blood to be well-to-do and to do well, make money, lots of it. So. That's been his, patriarchal archetype. Is that good? That's good. So yeah, he's got it in his blood, and he does a good job at it. Does a good job at doing terrible things to get that money.
You've gone through a lot of makeup transformations over the course of the past 2 seasons. Can you talk a little bit about your most recent, very zombified look and how much work went into that, how long it might have taken?
Well, the being buried alive stuff was pretty crazy and pretty intensive and pretty cold. Our crew did a wonderful job of making me as warm as possible. I actually preferred being buried than out in the cold. It's like, put me back in the dirt. But the zombie stuff and the getting all dirty takes about an hour and a half, and then it's like the rough stuff was like I'd have to get into like the clean look later in the day, so it's like get filthy and then get a sponge bath from the makeup and hair people, and then take a shower, and then try to be as pretty as possible. I don't know how good a job I do, but yeah, it's all fun. The makeup isn't that rough.
How excited were you when you found out you were picked up for season 3?
I was very excited. It was my birthday, so I woke up with like 40 birthday messages, and then there was a message from our executive producer Dan Etheridge that said, "Can you call me? It's not bad news." And it was like, you never get even when you say something like that. You of course think it's going to be bad news, but I called him. I left a message, and then I read online that we got picked up. I had all this congratulations on the Twitter, so it was thrilling, man. It was unexpected. We didn't know. Like the night before, Raul and I had this long conversation about it. He's like, "Look, bruv, they ordered 6 pilots, and they're not going to cancel Arrow. They're not going to cancel Flash and all these shows." I was like, well, why would they cancel us? But he made a good argument. I'm glad he wasn't right.
Thanks for stressing you out.
Yeah, right?
Stressing out for your birthday.
Yeah, doom and gloom. He's a realist.
Speaking of Robbie, do you guys have anything coming up? Because it's such a joy to watch your characters interact in the show.
Yes. Yes, I love working with Raul, and I think Blaine and Robbie are fantastic television to watch. And we have more stuff together, and the Robbie, Peyton, Blaine triangle comes back into into play. I don't know if it's ever been out of play, but you're going to see some more stuff involved in that.
One thing that I found interesting this season is that we find that Blaine really has a purpose as far as like keeping the zombies kind of in control.
Yeah.
Is that something that's going to come into play a little bit in the last 5 episodes or more?
Yeah. But it doesn't have much to do with Blaine. Yeah. But the zombies keep being fed. He has bigger fish to fry. You'll see. He leaves it in the trusty hands of Donnie.
From a show that's given us things like meet cute, do you have a favorite pun that you've heard on the show?
Yeah, we have no shame. They come up with such good stuff. Meet Cute was fantastic. I mean, Shady Plots is great. They wanted to go with Peace of Mind funerary, but there was an actual Peace of Mind funerary in the world and we couldn't get the rights to it. So, in that first monologue of Blaine's in the mortuary, it's like a slow push in. Like, what the hell is he talking about? And you turn around, he's talking to 2 bereaved folks, and he says, you know, I supply a peace of mind for you. So they fit it in. There's so many. I mean, yeah, Shady Plots is great.
You've had the chance to show off more musical skills this season. Is there more of that coming? Or, I mean, Blaine's maybe not in the singing place right now.
I hope so, but that's absolutely right. He's probably not in the singing place right now. I love to do it. I love to sing, baby. So, yeah, we were supposed to sing that Whiter Shade of Pale in a couple episodes prior to when it actually happened, and they cut the scene, and I was like, oh man, that was going to be perfect. So I'm glad we got to fit that in the buff, no less. Naked at the organ, singing Procol Harum. It's must-see TV. Are we moving on? Thank you guys. Good to see you.